Okay. For the new trend, let's go to the second part of my lecture. Okay. Systems are becoming integrated because passenger demand is increasing due to increasing population. Systems are becoming integrated because passenger demand is due to increasing population. Yes. The more population you have, the more integrated the system should be. Yes. Yes, I totally agree with you. Yes, this is also my idea. Okay. Integration means take advantage of different travel mode. Okay. Make full utilization of the transport capacity of different travel mode. Avoid wastes. Okay. So let's go to the second part of my lecture at this time. New trends of the integrated transport system, urban integrated transport system development trends. Okay, we have totally 3 trends. First, what is integration? Integrating planning and development of different transport systems. Okay. For example, I think everybody here has such experience. You take a train or take a metro train to get to the another place in your city, and then you get off the train, no bus here. No bus here. That means the planning of the bus system and the planning of the metro system is not matched. Okay? Integrate planning and development of different transport systems. This is very important. Interlink, almost, yes. Okay. This is the first point. The second, integrate operation and management of various transport systems. Okay, let's take another example. You take a metro train to get to the other place, and then you get off the train. Okay. We have the bus stop here, but the bus is just leaving. You can see the tail of the bus. What does this mean? What's the best case? You get off the bus train and walk to the bus stop. The bus is just arriving at the stop. This is the best, right? Now you get off the train and then walk to the bus stop. The bus has just left. Yes, I mean, integrate operation and the management of various transport systems to connect smoothly. Okay? Let's have another example. You get off a bus train, you get off a metro train, and then you go to the bus stop, and then the bus is there. Okay, great. But 200 people are there waiting, boarding the bus. You have such experience? Do you? You get a train and you want to transfer to a bus? Okay. Too many people there, only one bus there. Capacity matching. Time matching, capacity matching. They are all operation problems. So the second point, integrate operation and the management of various transport systems. Okay? Match the transport diagrams of different transport modes. Okay? First, integrate planning and development. The second, integrating operation and management. The third, integrating systematic transport optimizations, urban development, economic prosperity, comprehensive environment improvement. Maybe this is complicated, but let's have a consideration. First, transportation is only transportation or not? Tell me. Or I should ask you in another way. Is a problem happen in the field of transportation caused by transportation or caused by the movements of people or not? Let's sorry. Let's have another example. You want to go to work or you want to move to somewhere. Okay? And then you take a bus or drive your car or some travel mode on the road. Okay? You met with a serious traffic congestion. Tell me, is the traffic congestion due to what? Too many cars? Much less road? Or some other reasons? Too many cars, less road, or ill planning of traffic management? Yes. This is the key point for traffic management. Okay, management. Manage what? What we should manage to improve the traffic condition? Manage traffic congestion? Okay, this will solve the problems in a short time, but later you'll find the traffic congestion come back again. This is the third point I want to tell you. Integrate what? Integrate systematic transport optimizations, urban development. Don't forget, transportation is the cause of urban development, urban land use. Why we have the traffic congestion here, not there? Do you have some consideration? Because the land use, because here we have a very big commercial center. Here we have a very big factory. There we have a very big industrial space, okay? But we don't have adequate parking lots. We don't have adequate bus stops. We don't provide more adequate frequency of the bus services. There we don't have the metro station. There we don't have a very serious traffic law execution. So you can find that traffic problems are not only traffic problems. They are due to sometimes or mainly due to urban problems, environment problems, or social problems. Sometimes economic problems. You agree? Or you can, maybe many of you has such feeling. I'm manager of transportation, but many of the times I cannot solve the problems because the problems is not within my duty. Am I right? You want to solve the traffic congestion. You want to have the very efficient transport operation system, but I have no right to give the planning of the land. I cannot decide here what kind of buildings we should have. Yes, this is the third point of integrating. Integrate what? Integrate transport, economy, society, land use, urban development together. So today, in many developed countries, you can find that the government intersector, okay, different government intersectors. In China and also in Pakistan, I think we have the Ministry of Transportation, Ministry of Urban Development, Ministry of Resources. We have the government intersectors like this, okay, like these intersectors. But let me tell you, in many countries, especially in developed countries, they have what? The Ministry of Transportation and Land Use. The Ministry of Transportation and Economy. The Office of the City Transportation and Land Use, like this. And urban development, regional development, even country development, they should follow the planning of transportation. But at this time, we did wrong. Transportation now in our countries is following urban development, following economy, following somewhere else. Okay, this is what we should change. In other words, for example, inside the city, okay, the right way is we have the transportation planning. We have the transportation planning, for example, the road network, the metro line network, the light rail network. We have such plannings. And then the land use, where we should have the commercial center, where we should have the factory, and how big should follow the capacity of the stations near such a place. Not too big, not too small. If the commercial center is too big, and then the metro station nearby cannot afford the travel demand, then we have the congestions of people there first, and then more people will drive their car here, and then traffic congestion. Do you understand? Land use should follow the capacity of different stations, not develop the land first. Stations follow their purpose. You can never catch up with the demand. You should have the demand follow the demand, follow the capacity you can provide. Okay? This is the key point. Integrate what? Okay, until this time, you should remember, I hope you can remember, transportation is not only transportation. Problems in the field of transportation should be solved not only in the field of transportation. Should be solved with the effort of the whole society. Change the idea, change our old idea, okay? Society development follow the planning of transportation, or in other words, follow the capacity of the mass, especially the mass rapid transit mode can provide should follow this one. Okay, never make the capacity of public travel mode follow the development of a city, of a region, or somewhere. The development of different transport systems, integrating operation and management of various transport systems, integrating systematic transport optimizations, urban development, economic prosperity, and comprehensive environment improvement. If you can do this, and then your transport system is integrated. Your transport system is sustainable. If you cannot, it's unsustainable. Okay? So, urban integrated transport development trends, the second point, principles. If we want to have the integrated transport system, then you should follow these three principles. The first, overall maximum benefit at minimum cost. Okay? For construction, for operation, for integration. Minimum cost, maximum benefit. This is the first principle. Remember, here, cost, not only the money cost, but also the energy cost, the time cost, the space cost, okay? The environment cost, even the health cost, people's health cost, okay? Safety cost, yes. The second principle, coordination and cooperation of different elements and systems. Okay? Coordination, cooperation, timing, capacity. Okay? Of different elements and systems with different layers, even inside one travel mode. Okay? Coordinate, cooperate. Okay? The third point, the third principle, appropriate computation of different transport modes. Okay? No computation, no improvement of services, but not too much, not too many, not too few. Appropriate computation. Okay? These three principles are the way to these three integration for the sustainable development. Oh, maybe you have seen this. Have you? Have you seen this one? Yes or not? Have you seen this figure before? Hello? No? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's explain in detail. Okay. This arrow is the travel distance. This is the travel distance. This is the demand density. If you drive a car, that means you have a long travel distance, but the density, the traffic flow density or the travel flow density is low. This is car. Okay? If you walk means you travel a short distance, but the flow density is high. Okay? If you take bus, or we can say if the government provide bus service, if the government provide bus service, it will meet with the travel demand, longer distance, medium size density. If railway or subway or metro means what? Long distance, high density. AGT means the guided bus, the BRT. Here, AGT is here. Bicycle is here. Moving sidewalk. What is moving sidewalk? You know escalator? Escalator. Flat escalator. This is common in European countries for the elder people. They walk very hard, and then you can find the moving sidewalk just on the pedestrian street. Okay, somebody stand there and move automatically. Okay, it's here. Okay, if a integrated transport system is rational, and then you cannot find the white, you can seldom find the white areas covered, all covered. If a transport system is not good, and then you can find more white part. You understand? Different travel modes solve different problems. Okay, we need them all. But for a big city or metropolitan area, sorry, can you repeat this concept? Oh, for this figure, if a transport system is good, and then almost all the white part is covered by different travel mode. If the transport system is not good, okay, if a transport system has the low efficiency, and then you can find more white areas. That means different travel modes has different advantages. Okay, it will solve the different traffic problems inside a city or inside a region. Okay, somebody just now mentioned the airport. That is between city, intercity transport. It's another concept. Okay. This is the transport system within a city or within an area. Okay. Principles. Okay, what about overlapping modes? Does it mean is it good or bad? Overlap means you can have 2 or 3 or 4 choices as you like. It's good. You have more choices. Do you understand? Overlapped areas. For example, here. For example, here. Yes, but it leaves white space then. Oh, white space means we can never eliminate all the white areas. Covered as much as possible. Okay? Means utilize the most. Unutilized mode. Yes. Yes. For the white area, you can use what? You can only use car. Car is good for this part. Car is only good for this part. But if you have a big white part, and then you can only cover the white part for car. Okay, that means more car utilizations is unsustainable. Do you understand? Okay, thank you. Make less white space for car utilizations. Okay, overlap. Okay, more choices, but not too much overlap. Not too much. Much overlapped area means unnecessary waste. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Let's go on. So, integration principles. Let's go to the requirements. What should we do? Okay. First, rational combination of functions of management authorities. Rational combination of functions of management authorities. For example, we are majoring in transportation, but we have no right to decide the utilizations of blocks lands. Okay, then we need to combine the functions of management authorities. Urban development and transportation, they should combine some functions, especially the urban development along the road, along the metro lines, along the BRT lines, especially around the bus stops. The land use should follow the requirements of transportation authority. Okay? Not the inverse. Okay? This is the first requirement. Rational combination of functions of management authorities. The second, overall considerations of formations and executions of policies and regulations. If you want to make some policy, okay? If you want to make some policy, some regulation, think about, can you solve this problem without having another problem? Okay? For example, you want to develop, the government of a city want to develop the, for example, the commercial center around just near a metro station, okay? And then make a policy, okay? As taller as you can make the skyscraper near the station or not. If you make the skyscraper too big, too tall, means more people will be gathered. And then you should consider the capacity of the station and the train or BRT service you can provide. Okay. For example, you will gather, for example, 100,000 people per hour here, but the station can only provide the service to only transport about, for example, 10,000 people in 1 hour. And then what will happen? More people will drive their car here. And then around the station, you will have a much more serious traffic congestion. Somebody will walk here or ride a bicycle here. And then at last, you cannot even find, you can find at last, you can even not walk. Okay, too many people gathered. Okay. The other way, too small commercial center, too low building, but a very big capacity, very frequent transport service you provide, and then few passengers, less people. Okay, the economy is not good. And the more transport service you provide, the more waste you have. Okay, so the second point, overall consideration of formations and executions of policy and regulations. Okay, even sometimes you need to consider the direction of the wind in, for example, summer or winter. For example, here in this area, we have the direction, the wind from the north to the south. Okay. But next month, sorry, maybe in summer you have the wind, and in winter you have no wind in this area, and then you cannot gather more people here in winter. Because if you don't have adequate transport service, and then more cars, more emissions. More emissions means serious traffic pollution in winter. Okay? So sometimes policies and regulations in the field of transportation is not only for transportation, environment, health, economy, land use. We should consider together. Okay? The third requirement, comprehensive optimization of constructions, operations, and developments of transport systems. Okay? Especially the constructions. If you want to make people to utilize public travel mode, and then according to the investigation in different countries in this world, in my memory, in Sweden, for example, in Sweden, all the public buildings should be constructed near a metro station within the radius distance about 500 meters. This is a very serious law in Sweden. 500 meters means you can walk to the metro station within 8 minutes. Okay? 6 to 8 minutes if you walk. Then you can take the metro train. Okay? In Hong Kong of China, it is required that in each community, we should have at least one bus stop within several hundred meters. Okay? For any constructions, you should first consider the transport service capacity you can provide. In US, if you want to construct, for example, a building, 18 layers, for example, and then you should have adequate parking lots around within some distance. I will explain later in my next PPT file. Okay? Comprehensive optimization and constructions, operations, development of transport systems. This is really important. Okay? What I told you, before develop our city, our region, first consider the transport capacity you can provide. And then you can decide the scale, the intensity, and the type of the land use. If you give too much intensive development and too few transport capacity, and then it will be a disaster. Okay? Do you understand? Hello? Are you there? Oh, what time is in your country at this time? What o'clock? Wow, 11. Oh, yeah, okay. 11:43. Now it's 15:43 in Beijing. Okay, 3 hours. 3 hours earlier. Okay. Let's check another one. Requirements. The first, really important. systematic coordination and cooperation with transport social, economic, and environmental systems. It also includes dynamic information deliveries. We are going to information society. Okay. Transportation means not only moving of people or goods, it also means the moving of signal and information. Okay. For what? Immediately catch the information of service. Okay. Avoid gathering of people for waiting. This will improve the operation efficiency much. Okay. But it will spend a lot of money. If you don't have, first, give the right direction, the right planning direction and operation direction. Okay. Integrate at least rail and road. Okay. Integrate transportation and land use. Integrate the functions of different government authorities. Okay. This is really important for the sustainable development in the future. According to specific circumstances in the city, never make all the cities look the same. Each city has its unique problems. We should have the combination or integration according to specific circumstances. Okay? Maybe in this city, we provide more bus service will be the best. Another city, maybe more light rail service. Another city, maybe BRT. Okay? According to the natural resource, the social customs. Okay? So let's have some summary. Combination. First, remember combination, planning. Planning what? Planning transport system, transport network, transport stations, locations. Planning, transportation, and urban land use. Planning economy. Okay? This is planning. Remember the first keyword. The second keyword, coordination. Coordinate what? The operations of different travel modes for timing and capacity matching. Okay? Coordination. The first key point, combination. The second key point, coordination. The third key point, okay, keywords, cooperation for the management of different transport system. Different transport system will have different purpose, okay, for the most efficient operation. And then how to balance, how to make their management work, okay, work together. Okay. Then we need to have the communication ways, communication tunnels, or communication. How to explain? Maybe I should explain another way. If something happened in the bus system, how to make the manager of the light rail system know this case? If something happened in the metro system, how to make the bus system provide more transport service capacity? Now we don't have such cooperation method. Timing, cooperation. So remember these three words: combination, coordination, cooperation for the planning, operation, and management. Okay. Dedicated to communication system. Yes. But it will cost much. It's not a short time work. Not a short time work. We need to do this. We need to insist in doing this for a long time. Okay. Okay. 10 minutes left. Do you have some questions or comments?